Man, I'm kind of flipping out. How are you doing? Great time to buy. Is that what you really think? Cause I'm like, man, I don't know. I've watched my money go from like quite a bit of money to almost half of what I did have. So great time to buy. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna die either. The reason I don't think it's going to die is because Japan has basically made it like a 100% legitimate currency that they plan to use. They adopted it and they're going to keep using it. So, man, I had to buy some because, if it's going up to that 25,000 mark, then, man, it's got me like, I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I'm excited because there's the possibility of me being able to buy. If it goes down to around like 5,000 and then it's really going to go up really high, just dipping. See, my worry is maybe it's going to go down so far and stick around that area though. If it goes down to like, let's just say it goes down to like 3,000 and then it never goes back up to that $15,000 mark. Yeah, you're probably right, man. It's easy to get caught up in like some of the media though, and a lot of the media is, I mean, they're saying a lot of bad stuff. But I finally moved. Just so you guys know, I'm fully moved. Like everything is kind of disheveled at the house, but pretty soon I'll have everything set up the way it was before though. So I mean, guys, I was taking around like $4,000 and going to invest it in even more graphics cards. I decided to maybe shy away from picking up even more phones and pick up more graphics cards. So it's like either which way it goes though, I'm about to have like more phones than you could possibly imagine, or I'm going to have even more graphics cards to mine with. So yeah, I know that there's been these major crashes before, these major dips. So back to 2013 when I first got in. Look at that year. Yeah, I know it's had the dips, but just we're down there pretty freaking low. I'll let you guys see exactly what I'm talking about really quick. I went from now did I sold some a while back, but I'll let you guys check this out really quick. Um, if you see down here $870, I should have twice that amount in my account. I mean, I was sitting at right around like before I sold like 500 bucks worth of Ethereum, I had $2,200 in my account. So I should have like 1,700, right? I mean, this was whenever Bitcoin was at like, I think it was like 18 or 17,000 around that area. So, man, it's very frustrating. I'm waiting for that too. Like I consider picking up some of these GTX 1080 Ti's I saw on Amazon for like $900. So I know I'm not gonna sell, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hodl. They say that this is like the test for the people that are really serious about Bitcoin. If you're serious about it, yeah, dude, there's no way. Why would I sell at 900 bucks? and lose like 900 bucks, that would be ridiculous, you know? I mean, it'd have to come to like a dire emergency, and I'm not in that situation to where I'd have to sell, so. Yeah, the Antminer S9, the thing is, like, you can't get them from Bitmain. Even like the A3, which is supposed to be another scenario of like the D3, where you just are not going to be able to make anything with it. Those release in increments. I looked at it. I had an opportunity to pick up one of those A3s, and I was just like, yeah, I did sign up for Steemit. So, and I was going to go ahead and make this stream a super chat stream. I don't know, you know, I'm not so much as worried about just like getting people to just pay me every 2 seconds, you know. That's not really what this is all about. I get a lot of information from you guys that helps me at the same time that I feel like I'm helping other people, so. Yeah, right now, I mean, my rigs are, I mean, they're definitely not mining and making what they were. I'll tell you that much. Like, it's cut in half as well. A little less than that, actually, of what I was mining and making. And I also switched back over to NiceHash. Man, like, my phone farm, I'm slowly getting it set back up because I just moved, so. GTX 970 and 2 GTX 950s. What are you pulling with the GTX 970s and 950? Or 950s? Same amount they always have made. Not for me. I mean, what are you mining with, Joe? Mine has definitely went down from what I was mining and making. That's not bad, though. You wouldn't expect that like a GTX 970 and some 950s would pull something like that, but 3 of them together, that makes a difference, I'm sure. My laptop has a GTX 980 in it, so, and I'm able to pull right around like $1 to $1.50, somewhere around like that every single day if I was to mine with my laptop. I don't really do that, though. I wonder, like, man, I know that a lot of people are probably doing exactly what I did whenever I woke up, and they're hopping over to YouTube and they're looking at live streams. Like, somebody's got to have something to say about Bitcoin. And I looked at the live streams, and there were 2 live streams. They looked extremely dull. I was just like, where is the information? And then I've noticed that even the other YouTubers that usually talk about cryptocurrency are dead silent during this time period. So it's just like, how are you going to be, like, there's one guy that I really like to watch. He's called Crypto Daily. He has a bunch of really useful information. Like, I feel like everybody is not, they're basically sidetracking what's really important here. And this is something that really needs to be discussed. You don't have like a major dip with Bitcoin and not have people just pop up and say, hey, where's the information here? You know, I've looked at a few news articles. That's one thing I want to say. I looked at a few different news articles that talked about Bitcoin. And basically, there was a couple that said that we kind of maybe need to worry because it maybe will not go back up really high. And then there were a few that were basically saying that this is it. This is where the bubble will pop. But it's going to skyrocket up from here. So definitely, I wanted to do this live stream. I feel like it's important to have this live stream here so people can talk about this stuff the right way, you know? GTX 1060. I've got 2 of those. And that alone makes about $250 a day. Yeah, it's like usually the GTX 1060s for me are pulling right at like 380. I mine multiple coins and get paid in Bitcoin. There's been change. I don't cash the Bitcoin out, though. I use it for business if I do. That's the smartest thing you can do. Reinvest it. Find a way to reinvest it. Check out Box Mining on YouTube. He has a really great channel with daily news. Yeah, that's what I look for. Is anything that's got some sort of daily information about Bitcoin, so we can learn something about Bitcoin every single day because it's constantly changing. It being a volatile uh, asset. So phone farm. I'm beginning to question, like I've never really had to sit here and think about cryptocurrencies and whether it's, what is more beneficial versus cryptocurrency versus phone farming. I've always done exceedingly well with phone farming. So, and that's something to really think about. It's like 1 month cryptocurrencies will be great and mining will be great. And then another month I'm just like, okay, why is it fluctuating down? Why I should be mining and making this much money and I'm not. That's good to see that there's actually some people that mine Bitcoin though that are watching my channel, because whenever I do a lot of videos about phone farming. Hey from Tolga from Berlin. Uh, I do a lot of videos that center around phone farming, but at the same time, I try to cover topics of Bitcoin as well. It seems like I put out a video about Bitcoin and, so many people are interested. And I think that's partly because I have so many people that are interested in phone farming news. They want to learn how to make money with applications, but it is e-cash society, it's like, I want to cover both worlds, it's not, I just don't want to sit here and just be all about phone farming. There's other ways to make money online. I really wanted to show you guys how to create a website because it's currently what I'm doing. It's very, very close to being an earnings website, my website. And I wanted to show you guys how you could do that, and it could be more simple than what you would think. But it seemed like whenever I put out these videos talking about how I was building this website, not too many people took so much of an interest in that in comparison to my phone farming videos. So when Bitcoin incorporates the Lightning technology, the average Joe can use it. It's going to skyrocket. Man, I had this guy that was basically telling me I needed to invest in BitConnect. I needed to do it now. And, I believe the same thing that you are saying, Jeremy. I really do. For the most part, I really do believe that Bitcoin is going to skyrocket back up. But at the same time, people have a way of really getting misleaded, so I just wonder if that's this. I don't really believe that, just even with it going down so low, but it is a major shock to me to see it go that low, just to lose half of the money that I've invested, so YouTube is flooded with mining stuff. It's true, it really is. It's there's a bunch of crypto channels. It would be difficult to get into to create a channel that centers solely around cryptocurrencies right now because everybody's already found a good spot to sit there and watch. So Davercoin received a cease and desist order from Texas just like BitConnect did. Yeah, I think all of these lending platforms, I'll tell you guys something interesting right here. I had a lending platform. It was called ArbitraCoin. They contacted me via email, and they basically offered me money to promote their platform. And I sat and I thought about it for a second. I was like, well, I could get some free coins, some free ICO from this platform. And I was just like, how could I do that to my audience? I sat and I thought about it for a second. I was like, this thing is going to tank just like Bitcoin or BitConnect did. And how could I do that to people? Just sit here and lie to people, tell them to sign up for something, and then them lose all of their money. And I was watching another guy that invested his entire life savings into BitConnect, and he lost it. And the look on that guy's face, I was like, "There's no way I could do that to my audience." Let me scroll back up here. Somebody said something. I'm new to phone farming, and I'm living in the UK on 5 phones at the moment, but a lot of apps don't seem to work like Lotto can get to work anyways. Or I get this question so many times, David. There's a website, it's called netbusinessrating.com. In fact, Net Business Rating. Now, netbusinessrating.com, they tell you applications and websites that you can use in your location for you to be able to make money. So if you're outside of the United States, you will find a website or an application that is available to your area if there is anything. Because what that website does is it reviews the web. It reviews websites for making money online, and it tells you whether they are scam websites or legitimate websites, and it is the largest of websites of that category. The only other one is, I think it's like Scam Alert or something like that. So, but that is the best one. You're not going to find a better website to figure out how to make money online. All new miners. So where's all the miners from when I started at? We didn't have social media to turn to at the time and learn from. Yes. This is exactly why I'm doing this live stream. It's exactly why I am, because I want to hear what you guys think. You know? Some genius might step into this live stream. It might be thinking basically the same thing. I wonder if the YouTubers are doing live streams about this today, and so maybe someone who is maybe a little smarter than I am, though I think I'm fairly smart, will step into the live stream and say, hey, I know that it's going to be okay because of this reason. Yeah, the cloud mining contracts, I actually have a few. And we'll say this, it's pretty much a waste of time unless you have tons of money to toss into it, and even then you may I don't think it's something a person should do. What do you see the future of phone farming and the passive apps and ads? I think that phone farming is going to be around for much longer than maybe even Bitcoin would. If Bitcoin was to go away, hell, that might be what they look at next. The government might say, hey, all these people with 800 smartphones running applications, we better shut them down too. Let's keep them from making money. Like, I can't understand it. I know that there was the thing with like credit card companies where this was in the United States, and it was literally yesterday. They were stopping people from purchasing Bitcoin with credit cards, and I can understand that because people are basically depleting these credit cards for what they can, and then tossing that into Bitcoin, and then they can't even pay it back because Bitcoin's going down. Maybe they can pay it back, maybe they can't, but I can't understand how that can affect Bitcoin so much, having stuff like this in the media. It's like, guys, this is the time that if you really don't want to lose your money, you better just toss in more money. If you don't want to lose everything you've invested into Bitcoin, this is where you toss in more money. So, but I don't know, maybe some people would rather be safer than, even take that chance. I'm not sure. I think people can be pretty freaking stupid. Yeah, I've talked about it a couple of times, David, in a few previous videos. I try to tell people it would be worth it to go back and look at some, even the older videos. The video quality and the audio quality of my older videos is not that great, but there really is some really good information that's in all of my videos. And I'm not sitting on like 250 videos like some of the other YouTubers. I have around like 86 videos, so it would be pretty easy to go back and take a look. Yeah, phone farming can be slow. You have the bad months, man, and then they've lowered earnings. That's another thing. Like it used to be, they were paying a little better, so. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from things just like that. I feel like if I'm going to get into mining, it's definitely not going to be any more cloud mining contracts. It's going to be strictly investing into hardware, that or just buying cryptocurrencies. And I finally got my Poloniex account set up, and I plan to, if we get past this moment, I'm going to go ahead and invest in various different altcoins, like just a small percentage of like the altcoins that are projected via Wallet Investor. If you guys have seen that yet, Wallet Investor, look at that and see which ones may go up within the next coming years, and toss a little bit of money into each one. People say that phone farming is a waste of time, but all of my free Amazon stuff would tell them otherwise. The fact that I've paid for countless different pieces of hardware for mining Bitcoin would definitely tell those people that say it's a waste of time something otherwise. So think about it. Free hardware from the smartphones, and it dawned on me, like, about halfway through me cell phone farming that I could use that money to just invest into mining cryptocurrencies. And I did not. I started investing everything into stuff from Amazon. So, and came out pretty big because of that. So, 12 GPUs off since 2 days. Since it's not worthwhile at the moment, hope it will improve. Otherwise, I will never reach my return of investment. Yep, it was definitely an investment. Bitcoin is definitely an investment. You have to have some money to toss in. My big thing is like it is very expensive to get some of this hardware, especially right now. The GTX 1080 Ti's right now, even the RX 64 Vega, all these cars are just like, oh my god, there's no way I can't even bring myself to spend $900 on a GTX 1080 Ti. That's my thing. Like I could go ahead and pick up like 4. But then a guy up here, he was basically saying that, they're going to come out with these new graphics cards. So it's like I could go ahead and get those GTX 1080 Ti's, and then 7 months later they dish out some new cards for mining with. That's strictly for mining, and I'm sitting here having spent all this money. It would be a bad scenario. So I'm trying to figure out how to everything is just out of whack. Bitcoin's out of whack. Phone farming's out of whack. We just went through January. Trying to get this to where it's like just piecing this giant puzzle together is very difficult. Well, them Chinese motherfuckers, yellow people, they need to fucking go away. I'm sorry, I don't usually curse, but today is one of those days. And I'm not bleeping shit out. Yeah, I'm in the United States. I'm not bleeping nothing out. I'm not gonna edit this or anything. Yeah, there was a thing on YouTube saying that people that if they cursed on their channel, there's like a specific code that it launches on YouTube, and it basically ranks you a certain way on YouTube. It says this is a channel that has lots of vulgar things, so which I thought was kind of crazy. It's like they're watching us. Everybody is watching us. The China video cards. Are you talking about ones that you can order on eBay and things like that for mining cryptocurrencies? I don't have one, so I don't really know. Like, I've gotten a couple of things from China. I mean, I bought stuff on eBay or trying to think. I picked up a couple of things on Amazon that were from China, and just because it's from China doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad product. So, yeah, so even if it is off-brand, I could care less if it's off-brand. If it mined the same, I'd love to have it. Hey, greetings, man. You said you're mining with 4 GTX 1060 and NiceHash, good profits. Don't think the Bitcoin dies is just starting. The banks do not want this rival. Yep, that was what you just said is my overall thought. I feel like it has everything to do with the banking system right now. I think the banking system sees that people are adopting this so quickly, they're tossing so much money into it, and if everybody said, "Hey, we don't need a bank account, we need a Bitcoin wallet," where will they be? So that they're afraid, man. You know what? They should be afraid. If you look at the things that have happened in the United States because of the banking system, why not want to do something different? Just saying, the banking system here in the United States, what happened with trying to think of like housing. We had an issue with housing. The prices for houses were inflated higher than what they were supposed to be. And that led to an economic depression. Screw the banking system here, man. He says, stay away from the Chinese video cards. I personally would not purchase a Chinese video card. I wouldn't trust it enough, you know. They're too expensive to waste all that money. You know, at least if you're buying something from AMD or Nvidia, you pretty much know what to expect. Especially with AMD. That's the next route that I really want to go. I kind of want to get away from Nvidia graphics cards because I feel like they're extremely overpriced. They don't mind these cards being overpriced. That's what makes me mad. Actually, I hopped onto the Nvidia website and I was looking at the Titan XP. I was considering getting a few Titan XPs to be able to mine with. And it was the only card that they had on the Nvidia website that was still for sale. So I was considering getting one when I got my student loans, and then I go back the very next day, and looked at it, and it said notify me. Basically, you couldn't even purchase a Titan XP from Nvidia. So it's just like we can't buy graphics cards. If we are able to buy graphics cards, we have to buy them from someplace like Amazon. Why is it that there's an Nvidia store that's right there on Amazon to be able to purchase your graphics cards, but I go over to the website and it's because they can make that money on Amazon. They know they can, so they're not going to sell them in the store for the normal prices. They're going to jack up the prices and let that happen. So, which is definitely, you know, making me want to switch over to AMD cards. You know, I've noticed this, like they're still sold out through AMD, but you can't. There's still some better prices for some of those cards than the Nvidia cards. So I look at things like this. I look at like what's an insult to the average consumer, because not everybody has tons of money laying around. Yeah, that's good information to know for Perk TV. Yeah, the banks will. The big thing is if Japan has, excuse me, if Japan has already adopted Bitcoin like fully, they're adopting it fully. It's like the U.S. banks could stop it here, but they can't stop it all around the world. So, I mean, it's like there's only so much they can really do. I'm telling you, I'm sick to death of how America is. I really am. I've been saying this for a long time, though, guys. I'm like borderline a conspiracy theorist. You know, I don't know. I have very, very unique opinions about the United States. So, yeah, the GTX 1060 is normally around like $300. It normally is. Whenever I picked up my GTX 1060s, that's exactly what I paid, was right at $300. If you look at them right now, I mean, my God, man. Like, guys, I'm about to have my student loans, and I'm just trying to. I got a video. I'm gonna go ahead and announce this in the stream too. There's a application that I'm about to today. I'm gonna upload after this live stream. I've got some recording I still have to do for it, but it's one that you guys are definitely going to want to have in your routine. You definitely want to have this in your routine. And as a matter of fact, David, is he still in this live stream? David, are you still here? If you are, there's an application that I'm about to do a review about today that you can use outside of the United States, to my knowledge. And actually, I've talked to the developer of this application, so I've had a conversation with him. Yeah, United States conspiracy theory. Samsung announced they will be making ASIC miner chips as well. Good, man. It's about. I hope so. They need to get the ball rolling on this stuff, because we can't sit here with these dinky graphics cards. And I'm sorry, even the GTX 1080 Ti at $4.80 to $6 a day. Big whoop-de-doo, man. Like, phone farming pays so much. Like, all these people that are just like stuck with their heads in mining, and they have no idea, they're not even paying any attention to phone farming, man. Our rig consists of, yeah, just looked, I'd rather buy a real one. My rig consists of 12 times AMD RX 580, 8 GB Red Devil power cooler, and a total of 375 megahashes. Daily profit is under 50 euros, but the electricity in Germany is very expensive unless you have a solar system. Wow, all the way out there in Germany. So what are you making? It's just under 50 euros. I wonder what that is in US dollars. Kind of curious, but it sounds like you're still doing pretty decent. Wanted to say you can get Amazon Prime for free. Yeah, no, I do. I actually am signed up for Amazon Prime right now, so I went ahead and hopped in basically for this month to figure out what I wanted to purchase, for the free trial of Amazon Prime. It was exited for Coin by Call, but rest in peace, UK. Exited for Coin by Call. Okay, so you are here. Yeah, this review that I'm about to do on this application, you definitely want to check it out, because I feel like it's one that you can probably run in your area. So, phone farming, one of the that app though, just so you guys know, we're going to be talking about Cash Magnet. They went from having an application where you had to have a rooted phone, and now you don't even have to be rooted. So I think quite a few people already know this information, but we're going to get a really decent review of that application. You guys definitely want to check it out. It's like, it's towards being passive. Like if you have to download a few games and then it makes it passive. But really you basically have 5 hours of passive time with the application itself. So phone farming, one of the best ways. It sure is, man. I could not imagine my life without phone farming now. I really couldn't, because it's like free anything you need. Like it's just like a free money machine. Maybe you need to live in a big city to get the ads. That's why some people cry they don't get many ads. Yeah, it's like that depending on your location. Bush did 7-Eleven. I wonder if he got a Slurpee while he was there too. I think Bush did do 9/11. Well, honestly, I don't necessarily think it was Bush. I think it was a collaboration of the Bilderberg Group. You guys know what this is? This is for perk. Let me show you really quick. This is what they send you after you make it to. This is what they're gonna send you after you make it to $600. Not sure if you'll be able to read that, but we'll see. You basically have to fill out tax information for perk once you make it within a year's time. If you make it about to $600, so I'm right at having to fill out that information. To Berlin. Man, I tell you what, I've always wanted to leave the United States, and I've been all around the United States, but it's not in the cards for me, man. There's a few different reasons, but I'll never leave. It won't let me leave. You said you got what for $11.98? Oh. Man, I'm still frustrated. It's like I looked at it 1 second, guys, and it was down. The next second even further. And it's still down. It's like I woke up and I had $900 in my account, and now it's like $863. It's like if people are gonna get scared and get out, they better get out now. I'm not hopping out. I'm in this for the long haul. So I'm staying. Because it would make no sense, Is that his first donation? Wow. That's literally my first donation. So I'm not gonna lick a GPU or anything, though. I'll tell you that much. That's really cool, man. I appreciate it. Dollars. Like, you said you was from Kentucky. How does the ads compare to where you are at now? I'm just wondering. I'm in Louisville. Okay, so whenever I when I when I started off in phone farming, it's a tough boat, guys. Like I lost half of what I invested, man. But I think it's coming back. The ads were not much different. Big B. Yeah, the ads are not much different from. I believe Earn Honey might have been somewhat different, but I know that Perk. I actually used Perk while I was out in Kentucky, and I know that there was not much of a difference at all with Perk. So that's rough, man. Yeah, I originally am from Kentucky. I'm glad that I moved to Florida. Part of me is glad that I moved to Florida, and then part of me is like, man, I expected a little better because it's Florida. Like, yeah, I have Prime. I was gonna look at these cards really quick. So I'm kind of surprised I'm even seeing a GTX 1060 for $344. That's surprising. Look down here, you've got a GeForce GTX 1060 for WinForce. Oh, I remember this card. I know. Wait, actually, no, that's not the card that I thought it was. Or yes, it is. Yeah, yeah, it is. So this card should be right at $300. I mean, they're still up. Hold on, let's come over here really quick. If those are lower though, yeah. See, I mean, they've gone down slightly. I mean, barely at all have they gone down, but they have gone down just a fraction, a small fraction. Here's $80 off. So there is a GTX 1080 Ti somewhere in here it should be right at around 900 some odd dollars. See right here? No. Unless that deal has come and passed, which it very likely has. So frustrating, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's not really important. Cheaper to live in Kentucky. It's true. It is. It's a lot cheaper out there. I was paying for look a house out in Kentucky is like right at like $600 to $700 a month for an okay house. For a really nice house, you would pay, and I'm saying really nice, you pay right around 1,000. So an okay house here in Florida is like literally 900, between 875 to like 975 is like a okay house out here in Florida. A really nice house is anywhere between $1,400 and $1,700. Sometimes you might get lucky and find a deal on a house for like $1,300. So it's horrible, man. Prices are horrible out here, but at the same time, jobs out here pay a little more. So let's just say hypothetically, if you were in a situation to where you did not have to worry about that entirely as far as like living scenario, you could really save some money. That's what I think, money, man. I really do. I think it's going to go down to around. I think our lowest, and this is the astronomical amount that it could go down to, is going to be right at around $4,000. And then I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to be tough for it to get up above this, back to 20,000 where it was at. I think it's going to be really difficult for it to get back to that point. But I mean, just as shocking as it is that everybody is like dealing with what's going on right now, it could be very shocking that it goes up even higher. So, which would be amazing. which would make me so happy that I decided to not sell a red cent worth of Bitcoin. Is there an emulator to create phones on the computer, or is it better to buy a phone? How is it better? Joel, if you download an emulator, there are emulators. One is called BlueStacks, and you could use that, but hey, I've been out to Ohio. You could use BlueStacks. Paul Limco, what's up, man? You could use BlueStacks, but basically it will lead you to be banned. You do not want to use an emulator. You could try it out. Okay, a quick secret. I tried it out back in the day. I tried to use BlueStacks for checkpoints to see if I could run it on checkpoints, and it will not even recognize those applications as, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, what specifically happened. Basically, an error message came up telling me that I was, I can't remember specifically. It said I could not use that app, via an emulator or something like that. It was basically telling me I could not do that. You could try it, but you could also get your account, you could get your IP banned, and then from there basically not be able to use that application up until you got a different IP address. Even if it does all of those things, man, Knox app, you say that like I would rather do everything legitimately and ensure that I'm going to get paid. That's just me. That's the thing, like, that's one of those things you put it in the live stream with the phone farmer that's actually talking about this stuff, and then let's just say there's a perk representative that sees Knox app. He could be here right now and he says, oh, well, we better pay attention for that on phones. I'd rather not take a risk in the future of being banned by these companies. Like, I'm going to fill out my perk tax information. They can have that. And yeah, just try and do everything legitimately. Why not? If they're going to pay me to... Guys, I've never found a job where I was paid to just sit and do nothing but click a button. So it's like, why would you ever... Man, I gotta go back up for a second because I want to remember this moment. My first donation on YouTube. Colin Steink. Yeah, I want to remember that. In fact, you know what, guys, I gotta do it. It's just because it's like the first one, and there's no telling here. You know, I might be sitting on 10,000 subscribers is my goal for this year. So if I'm at that point, I'm just like, and I would love to be there. Also, I'm right here at 2,000 subs, so yeah, we're gonna save that. That one's going in the memory banks. I really do appreciate it. Because I've worked hard here on YouTube, and I'll talk about this really quickly. I've worked very, very hard on my videos. Very, very hard. Investing in the green screen, investing in the studio lights, investing in the microphone. 2 different microphones, my headset and my standalone microphone. Okay, so trying to improve the quality of my videos as far as the audio. The quality of my videos as far as how I record and how I have my camera position. I invested in the stand to be able to hold my camera. So all of this investing that I've done in YouTube alone, and it's paid off. I feel like 2,000 subscribers means a lot to me, but I feel like I have put out a lot of really decent information. A lot of people have told me that they've made some money here, and I was like, it's not like it's the biggest deal in the world if YouTube doesn't monetize me, but it would be nice. I've put in that work. I've put in that effort. And I've also met the qualifications for them to be able to monetize me. I passed their test, their first round of tests, and then they switched it. They turned it into a different thing, and then I passed that. So I'm just like, hey, if you could go ahead and monetize me whenever I've done what you've asked me to do, that would be really nice. What would be Bitcoin price if the coin market cap goes back to 800? Any thought on that? I mean, you'd have to calculate your percentages there. Like the price of it currently, it would be bad, man. It would be very, very. Oh, you're saying it goes back up to 800 billion. Yeah, there you go. If it would be above that. Takes a lot of CPU hardware though. Do not right now. I think I'm ultra stoned. It's like super stoned, mega stoned, and then ultra stoned. Like he's on a different plateau. You can get free Bitcoin on your lock screen with Slidecoin. I have not checked out that application. That might be one to sit there and take a look at. But from my experience with the like apps like SlideJoy and Fronto, they didn't pay very high, and you kind of had to use them together to be able to make anything significant. And then there's also the fact of using an application passively. Everybody's looking for that next passive application. Give us a donation opportunity so that we can support you. Every donation will keep you with us. Oh, so I mean, like super chat over here is I mean, it should be, that's it, right? Super chat is the way to donate. You're right, Indiana Jack. They should monetize me. It's been long enough. Give me what? If I had to tell you what to go out, go 50-50, man. Go 50-50 as far as 50 into phone farming and then 50 into Bitcoin. I feel like it's still worth it. I'd be careful about investing in hardware for mining though. That's something you really want to consider, is like waiting until these new graphics cards hit the scene. I would not invest in any sort of GTX 1080 Ti's. I would not do anything like any of the higher end graphics cards right now. Maybe pick up a couple of GTX 1060s or maybe one 1070 and one 1060 so you can hold on to some money. Even at that, I would not be purchasing them at the prices that they're at right now. So phone farming would still overall be a fantastic investment. Phone farming at the end of the day is always a great investment. Ever thought about doing Twitch just to hang out? Yeah, I mean, guys, I used to play, well, I still do. I still play video games. You know, I have an Xbox One S. I actually collect retro consoles. I have tons of consoles. I've been playing games since I was very, very little. So they have to like verify you on Steam it. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for an email from them saying that I can go ahead and upload videos. So, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know why you won't just let a person sign up. I've got tons of videos I can upload directly to Steemit and hop in, but buy old ones for cheap. Yes, absolutely. That's a thought too. You know, and you're thinking the right way. You really, really are. Yeah, you're thinking the right way. If you could get those graphics cards very cheaply, all these people are cashing them in, and then you get a ton of them. Let's just say you're in my scenario and you've got this extra computer that's not even complete, and you could toss those cards into it, go ahead and get them cheap. All the coins are up from November last year. That's true. You definitely have to know how to hodl. Hodl on for dear life. Like, hodl on for dear life. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Actually, I'm trying to get into Steemit. So, yeah, it did not even send me a password. So I'm just like, what's going on? returning users. It never sent me a password to my email. Like, I'm assuming they were supposed to send me a temporary password. That never happened, so. From my experience, anything that usually says faucet is not a good way to be able to come across in Bitcoin. And I know there's probably quite a few exceptions to that rule out there, but I don't really know enough about them. You know, I haven't really put my time and effort into any of the faucets like I have being able to mine Bitcoin, which I knew was going to be profitable. That or into phone farming. Yeah, I will be on Steemit in so much time. I've thought about it, and if I have to email them and be like, look, I have a YouTube channel, I have literally tons of videos, I have an audience that wants me to be over here. I get a daily amount of subscribers of usually around 20 to 30 subscribers a day. On good days, I get around like 50 subscribers. So I'm just like, you know, you need to pretty much let me in right now. So. Of course, I'll say it nicely so they actually let me in. Guys, I'm going to do some more live streams. I am. Now that I finally got past this wave of moving from the apartment that I was at into the house, like it was a major step, and it actually took a lot out of me. Like, it really took a lot out of me to move. I had probably the equivalency of furniture for a house inside of an apartment. So, yeah, it was complicated to say the least. Fallout 4, played it and beat it. I beat the new Resident Evil. I really would like to play the Evil Within 2. I beat the first one, but now I'm basically just kind of, you know, just watching the playthrough of the Evil Within 2. Man, I'm telling you, like, ooh, YouTube makes me frustrated. It really does. Not to like go back on this topic again, but I'm telling you guys, whenever I edit a video, the amount of time that I spend editing the video, and it's even more time now that I have this green screen. So, I mean, guys, it's like, hold on. Even now that I have the green screen, it takes even longer to edit a video. So, then my thumbnails, I edit my thumbnails. Then I have to decide whether the video needs music. Should I toss some music in there? I feel like they're making it very difficult for the person that's just starting out on YouTube to succeed on YouTube. I feel like I'm probably one of the ones that has them frustrated because I'm like, okay, he passed everything he needed to, but wait, he only has like 80 videos. He doesn't have 300 videos, so let's just make him suffer for months and months until we finally decide to let him in. Yeah, Resident Evil was awesome though. Like that's still like I didn't need to play a game for like a month after that. I was just like I just sat back after Resident Evil and I was just like that was probably one of the best games I'm gonna play for a long time. It was an amazing game, man. I edit thumbnails. Okay, so my thumbnails are like a 3-stage process. First, I'll have a picture of myself. Then I run it through what's called paint.net. So we got paint.net. And paint.net will let you take an image of yourself or really any image. Pretty much any image that you have. Let's just say this. And then you can... This is how you see the YouTubers that are creating it. There's other ways that you can do it too, I know that. But this is how YouTubers are creating those outlines of themselves. It's how they First they erase everything around themselves as much as they possibly can. Then they go to zoom in. And they get as close to themselves and erase as they possibly can. That was an accident, but let me see this. Show you this really quick. So they get as close as they possibly can to themselves. Not so much like that. You basically are just removing anything that's around you. Make sense? Just like that. So once that's all said and done, I'll take the image and I'll give it an outline. I'll give the image an outline on Pixlr. And I usually keep this open on my screen. So once I've got it in Pixlr, I create my outline. Let's just say that, for example. And you come over here to Layer Styles. Then you can create your outer glow around yourself. Let's just say that this image had only me in the image. That's how you would do that. And then I come over to Canva. So I told you it's a long process. So like it takes longer than a lot longer than what people would think. And you upload your photos. Like you have your thumbnail, make your background, set your images on it, create your image that you want to have your glow effect on, type in custom words, and you can do this kind of same thing from over in Pixlr. I found it's very quick to do it right here in Canva. So I'll just upload it, boom, boom, boom. But there's better ways to go about creating thumbnails that are maybe just slightly more professional than this, mainly because of the text that's available in Canva. But still, at the end of the day, what I could do is run it through this and then take it over to Pixlr and run it through Pixlr again and put better custom text. So that's how I edit my thumbnails. And just as long as it took for me to describe it, imagine how long it takes for me to edit all of the photos, like everything. The girl in the first was hard to kill. Yep. I think it was, for me, it was like right there, that boss at the end where you had to shoot all the eyeballs. That was freaking nuts, man. No way for steaming it. Well, I definitely will then, Money Man. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll definitely email them. I'll be like, hey, what's up? That, or maybe there's something that I missed in my email. It maybe went to my spam box or something like that. So what do you guys think? Like, hodl, keep hodling, or bail out? Because a lot of people are saying bail out. Raccoon City. Oh, man. Might be getting towards that time. Just shut it down. I made $1 today. That's a hell of a lot more than what Bitcoin is paying me. Jeez. If only we could see Bitcoin doing this. You guys see that? Look at that. Look at that. Boom. If it would just do that. I give up. I'm out. I'm selling. I'm selling it all. I'm going to sell my phones too. I'm done. That's it. Too many people mining. Jeez, man. It's just bad. That's alright, though. Oh, well. Let's see if it's gone down since we've had this conversation. Dang, man. It's just like... Oh, it's frustrating. What makes me more mad is the other YouTubers. I'm just like, why aren't they saying something? Talk. Do a live stream. You aren't licking those GPUs now, are you? You freaking motherfucker. He's not licking any GPUs now. That's what kills me. I had to dislike the video. I subscribed to the guy, but I was just like, oh man, it makes me so frustrated. This guy's over here. Let me show you really quickly. And then I saw that somebody just messaged me. 1 second, but I want you guys to see this dude. I'm sorry, but I know that at least a couple of people have seen this guy's videos in my stream right now. So I'm just like, let's go to his videos. Galaxy S9. Why aren't you talking about your channel's about hardware that centers around cryptocurrency, and you're talking about a Galaxy S9? Is he like, that makes me think he's maybe trying to like bail out of this scenario and start getting into other things to discuss. I will unsub from that channel so fast because I subscribed for information about cryptocurrency, man. Not about the Galaxy S9. What are you talking about? God, that makes me freaking frustrated, man. Yeah, the Wootware. And now he's gonna, like, that's the kind of YouTuber that I'm just like, your entire roots. Your entire roots, man. Like, you get your start from cryptocurrency. If he bails out on cryptocurrencies and talking about that, that will be the biggest insult. The biggest insult to everybody. Yeah, who cares about the Galaxy S9? Bitcoin is tanking right now. What's up, Sigma Chicken? I'm okay, but I'm okay and I'm not okay. Yeah, man, like, phone farming, it's all messed up, ain't it? It's all whacked out. Everything's whacked out right now. The YouTubers are whacked out. Bitcoin's whacked out. Phone farming's whacked out. About to quit. And that's what I should do. I should just turn this channel into something, who knows. How to get rich off of Ponzi schemes with eCash Tech Money. Yeah, how you go from an S9 monitor to an S9 phone. Like, seriously though, how do you go from that to that? It does. We're still talking about S9, so it's all right. Oh my god. I just had his wiry voice. We're talking about S9s today. I'm in Africa. This phone has great reception out here. Zebras. Now the dude, he seems like he's pretty cool though. I noticed that, like, he one thing I can say to his defense is he interacts with his audience. He actually talks to his audience. Recommending an S9 with an affiliate link. This is the best phone to phone farm with. No, man, one of the things, I'll say this, guys, whenever I first started eCash Society Tech Money, I told everyone that I was going to put up videos that, at least to the best of my knowledge, where the money is really at. Yeah, exactly. You know, Samsung paid him to do that video. He's getting some money out of it. You know, that's like, I'm not selling out like that. My content's going to center around, that's the one thing, and it goes back to what I was just trying to explain. My content is going to stay original. Original. Period. I'm going to make money at the end of the day if I build up a fan base that respects my channel if they respect my channel for what it is and what I'm doing, I'm gonna make decent money anyways. I have other ways that you're very welcome, and I have other ways that I'm trying to monetize my life, my website. I'm turning that into an earnings website. I could have AdSense on my website. I'm gonna monetize YouTube. Like, everything may be in the pits now, but a year from now, that's why I'd rather have an audience that respects me versus, like, I guess, I mean, the famous YouTubers, they don't really have to worry about this kind of stuff. So that's like the mind frame that he's taking on. I can understand that, but at the same time, this ain't that big of a deal, man. It's just YouTube. These are just videos, so. Yeah, there you go. I could understand if somebody asked me to do something. You know, this is the one thing I thought. I'm considering creating a second YouTube channel because I don't want this channel to break away from the core aspect of what it's about, which at the end of the day, the root of this channel is about phone farming, at the very, very root of it. But there's an outer layer of, we have a candy-coated shell of Bitcoin. It's a candy-coated shell of Bitcoin. So if you look at basically my logo, if you really look at it, right in the center, the lower portion is Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, there's the smartphone. YouTube viewers love puppies. It's a possibility, I guess. I never had the perk card. I will not have the perk card, and I explained this in I believe it was either my last video or the one before that. People that get the perk plastic, they if they're making too much money, perk will be more likely to ban you. Now, some people have zero issues with it, but I know a guy that was he was getting around like $15 a day on his perk plastic card. Excuse me, I still haven't gotten over this head cold. He was getting around $15 a day on that perk plastic card, and they eventually banned him. How can I make money with web design? I try to freelance, but not work. Okay, so this is a very, very good topic to get into. Some good advice I can give you is to start building a WordPress website and try to get some decent traffic to the website. Once that happens, you can then apply for advertisements. First, you want to apply for, like, because it's not likely that you would get Google AdSense very quickly on your website with low traffic. You would want to set up a different form of advertisements on your website. There's so many different ways. You could create a Shopify store. One thing to pay attention to is with WordPress, you can download this theme that's called High-End. And High-End has tons of different options for ways that you can create various websites that can be monetized. So I think we are at the bottom. I think that tomorrow we're going to see 6,000 at the lowest. At the lowest we'll go 4,700, and then it's going to jump up. It's going to jump up, and that's all I'm going to continue to believe, because I'm not going to sit here and think that I just lost $900 buying a virtual coin. Wix equals no jobs. Yeah, Wix. Are you talking about? Yeah, Wix is no. Don't stay away from Wix. I don't care what Good Mythical Morning says. That website is, or creating websites that way in my eyes would be garbage. I know people, they just pump out small websites from that, like clickbait websites and stuff like that. No. If you want a legitimate website, you're going to have to build one from scratch from HTML and Java, PHP, or you're basically going to have to get into working with WordPress, and there's one other good one, but WordPress is like the king. This is just my opinion. WordPress would be the way to go. So yeah, you just set up some ads on the website. Find something that people are really interested in. Like, it's MinerGate app for XMR, good on phones. CoinPod.co. MinerGate works on phones, but in order for you to cash out from MinerGate, you have to hit a very, very high amount of money. CoinPod.co has a lower cash out threshold, around like $4. Guys, I'm sorry, I am still coming out of a head cold, so engage me right here on the website. I actually am collaborating with a guy that's currently setting up the rest of Engage Me services on this website. So, like, I'm not Mr. Genius over here, guys. I'm still working on this stuff. It's definitely not a simple scenario. We'll take a look really quick. So you can see the thing here is, like, I still have to have what's called postbacks. So you guys can't really even earn with this up until I have the postbacks set up properly. And then there's a custom script that has to happen here that's behind the scenes. So let's go behind the scenes really quickly. So behind the scenes here, in fact, let's do it this way. We're definitely going to let you guys take a quick look at this because it is coming. It is going to happen. It's just going to take some time, you know. Yeah, so behind the scenes here, there's a lot of code that's currently being created. And I'm collaborating with a guy that's actually probably twice as smart as I am, and I think I am smart. But he is working on the code. So it will happen pretty soon. I think we're looking at somewhere at maybe within the next week. But it just depends on how quickly this guy is able to work on the redemptions portion of this as well. So, and that's another thing, guys. You should know that whenever I finally get this website going to where you guys can earn with it, I will have to pay you out of my pocket up until I'm finally paid from the company that allowed me to have this on my website. So I'll be paying you guys out of pocket. But then eventually they'll pay me, and it's like from the money that I make from them, I'll be able to pay you guys. So it's like it's still a win-win scenario as long as, I mean, it's a win-win scenario either way. MinerGate or NiceHash, not MinerGate. I tested out MinerGate in comparison to NiceHash, and there's like, I mean, the pay is okay if you have the hardware, like serious hardware to mine with. It's okay, but NiceHash is better. The pay is better by far. My phones never work in the background with CoinPod. I can't understand why you'd have issues with CoinPod. I could go there right now, and I know that I could on any of my phones. Like, I've had CoinPod. I did a video CoinPod working on my Xbox One S. Like, you could literally watch it work in real time in that video, and it does work. Some people were saying that it didn't work and it froze. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, because I've done it, and I've done it more than once. So, NiceHash announced they're paying. Yep. I'll let you guys check that out. Some hackers coming for me now. What? Jeez, load, man. I wonder if this is because I moved. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, they're paying people back. Repayment program. Give me my money. I'm not sure what good it will do if Bitcoin goes to like $2. They'll pay us all 30 cents back. Leaving it in the background on Chrome or something. I mean, like going off to do another task on the phone. Now, see, that's where you might run into some issues, is trying to do double the applications or double it up. I don't think so. It's just like MinerGate. MinerGate, if you ran double applications, you're going to have a major issue, so. How much is 0.004? What's that in US dollars? This is the best software for mining. Huh. Probably something like Claymore. That's what I think. But as far as one-click miners go, NiceHash is probably still the best. This is why they got hacked. Because they were the best. Don't have issues with MinerGate and any other app at once. I have. I sure have. MinerGate would crash on my phones. So I guess you must have like the new Razer phone. Is that what you have? Josu? I did have some issues though. Going to change it, but they haven't yet. Yeah, $26, man. That's crazy, isn't it? $26 to cash out. What is going on? And you're mining on a smartphone? What are they thinking? It's a way for them to make money. Yeah, the more I started to learn about MinerGate, the more I started to hate it. I still got some cloud mining contracts, though. We can take a look at those. Let's look at these cloud mining contracts. Big waste of time. Big waste of money. I'm waiting until I get to my cash out point, and then I'm done. I want my return of investment. That's the biggest thing here. I'm waiting for if I could ever make it to that point. But I have these contracts. I want my money back. And it's taking forever, so I figured it'd be a little better than that, and I'm not tossing any more money into this. Nope. $200. If it didn't like turn into something, a $200 investment, then, and granted I've got a quarter of what I invested so far, but I mean it was a while ago that I got these contracts, so I could understand if you had a lot of money to invest in something like this, and and then if you reach that point where you're paid back, if you reach that point, then every day after that it's a bunch of money. Going to change it, but they haven't yet. It's Josepher, and it works well with high-end phones, app like, aka like $50 phones. Oh, is that you? And it works well with high-end phones, like phones on app like, aka like $50. I could see that maybe if you ran app like, had a game going and MinerGate at the same time. But I don't know about something like Perk TV with videos playing at the same time that you're trying to harness the entire processing power of the phone. It didn't work for me, and my phones, some of them were pretty decent phones. I don't know, but if you don't send me that setup, then I'm literally going to come out there to Indiana and we're going to have issues. Send me that setup video right now. 2641 at Coinbase prices. Didn't realize how bad Bitcoin was doing right now. It's bad, man. It's so bad. Every time I look at it, it's lower. Like, no joke. I think I'm out of time, though, guys. Looks like it's 2:46. My kiddos are about to be home from school, so I basically have to, I gotta end the stream. I gotta end it. You guys donate to my channel. I'll lick this remote. 10 donations equals 1 remote lick. I lost all of my money in Bitcoin. I'm broke. Oh. Please inform that we have lowered the withdrawal fees from 0.0 to withdraw to any Bitcoin wallet previously 0.00. When was that, Colin? I'll wait to see when that was, and then that's it. They're on some bull schnitzel. Minergate? Is that what you're saying? Minergate just lowered it? I'm going to take a look. You're saying Minergate and not NiceHash, right? Nice. Okay. That's like, Minergate didn't sound like they would ever do that for anybody who have lower cash out amounts. They're letting everybody get out because Bitcoin is taking a dive. Yeah, I hear you now. All right, well, until I am back again to talk about more money, guys. I think that's it. Yep, I'm done. All right, so today I will be doing this review. I may not get it up today. I'm going to try and go ahead and get it up on the channel today, but it's my ultimate goal to do that. But I also have a college assignment that I've got to do today. So, guys, check out my video on Cash Magnet. Whenever it hits my channel, it's going to be worth it to look at that application because you can probably make a really decent amount of money out of that app right now. And it's one of the only decent ones right now to be able to make some money. Though it's not 100% passive. I have Amazon Prime right now. So as far as switching over to the student thing, I would do that, but I'm already Amazon Prime. They gave me a free month, so yeah, it is useful information. I'm about to have this money to invest, and I'm either going for graphics cards or we're going for smartphones. I may just wait. I could just wait, so yeah. Yep. Yeah, 6 months free for college students. That's it, guys. I will see you in the next one. I will be back, and I will be continuing on with my money-making video adventures.